Eternal love and immortality to you today. Thanks for joining me here on the channel. We're studying the lessons of A Course in Miracles, and today we're on lesson number 263. My holy vision sees all things as pure. Father, your mind created all that is. Your spirit entered into it. Your love gave life to it. And would I look upon what you created as if it could be made sinful? I would not perceive such dark and fearful images. A madman's dream is hardly fit to be my choice, instead of all the loveliness with which you blessed creation, all its purity, its joy, and its eternal quiet home in you. And while we still remain outside the gate of heaven, let us look on all we see through holy vision and the eyes of Christ. Let all appearances seem pure to us, that we may pass them by in innocence and walk together to our Father's house as brothers and the holy sons of God. My holy vision sees all things as pure. So at this stage in the teachings, with the lessons here, we're really stepping into a new way of seeing, feeling, hearing, being. We're joined by animals spontaneously that come out of the forest. So Ken Wapnick has a paragraph from a section of the Course that supports this lesson from the text. So I actually want to read a couple of paragraphs before that. So we'll just keep reading a little bit, enjoying the beautiful channeled teachings of Jesus, and embrace all of this wisdom and bring it into the deepest core of ourselves for the day today, or for whatever period of time you can manage to hang on to this and let go of whatever isn't serving you. So the part of the Course that Ken associates with this lesson is from chapter 22, which is called Salvation and the Holy Relationship. And we're going to go to section 4, the branching of the road. So this is where we're deciding, do we follow the teachings of the ego, or do we follow the teachings of the Holy Spirit? Totally up to you. You're allowed to do whatever you want. You came into separation. I mean, seriously, it's totally up to you. All right. The branching of the road. When you come to the place where the branch in the road is quite apparent, you cannot go ahead. You must go either one way or the other. For now, if you go straight ahead, the way you went before you reach the branch, you will go nowhere. The whole purpose of coming this far was to decide which branch you will take now. The way you came no longer matters. It can no longer serve. No one who reaches this far can make the wrong decision, although he can delay. And there is no part of the journey that seems more hopeless and futile than standing where the road branches and not deciding on which way to go. It is but the first few steps along the right way that seem hard, for you have chosen, although you still may think you can go back and make the other choice. This is not so. A choice made with the power of heaven to uphold it cannot be undone. Your way is decided. There will be nothing you will not be told if you acknowledge this. And so you and your brother stand here in this holy place before the veil of sin that hangs between you and the face of Christ. Let it be lifted. Raise it together with your brother, for it is but a veil that stands between you. Either you or your brother alone will see it as a solid block, nor realize how thin the drapery that separates you now. Yet it is almost over in your awareness, and peace has reached you even here, before the veil. Think what will happen after. The love of Christ will light your face and shine from it into a darkened world that needs the light. And from this holy place, he will return with you, not leaving it, nor you. You will become his messenger, returning him unto himself. Think of the loveliness you will see who walk with him, And think how beautiful will you and your brother look to the other. How happy you will be together after such a long and lonely journey where you walked alone. The gates of heaven open for you now. Will you now open to the sorrowful? And none who looks upon the Christ in you but will rejoice. How beautiful the sight you saw beyond the veil, which you will bring to light the tired eyes of those as weary now as once you were. How thankful will they be to see you come among them, offering Christ's forgiveness to dispel their faith in sin. The branching of the road. So we're making decisions moment to moment to moment. Which teacher will we follow, the ego or the Holy Spirit? It seems like it's getting easier. And although there are those times where things just come to the surface out of the depth of our being that don't feel good, and we have to have the courage to just be with uncomfortable emotions and know that we're preventing ourselves from going back into those behavior patterns and thought patterns that did not serve us. And we're going to trust moving forward that we're loved by God. We haven't been forgotten by God or abandoned. And that the more that we see pureness, holiness, innocence in our brothers and sisters, it just heals us, because really what we're seeing is a part of us that's been separated out in this illusory dream world called our planet Earth experience. So as you're approaching the branching of the road, you get to decide which teacher to follow. And when you encounter your brothers and sisters, you get to decide, do you see their holiness, pureness, innocence, or do you see the errors and then tell yourself all the stories? It's one or the other today. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope to see you somewhere, someday soon, out there in the light and the sound of all that is. And until then, I'll see you back here again on the next video.